Sharon and Maureen, thank you so much for joining us today to talk about the amazing programs happening at ABCD. Sharon, we'll start off with you. Can you tell us what is ABCD, what does it stand for, and what sort of programs do you provide for Boston residents and services?
Thank you for having us. ABCD is Action for Boston Community Development, and it is a community action agency that has been around since 1962, and we deliver a wide range of services through a neighborhood-based network with centers all across the city of Boston. Services that support and help all ages, so folks on all ages of the spectrum, with early childhood education and Head Start, with summer jobs and teen employment, with housing assistance and support, family planning, workforce development. So we have a holistic approach to helping all people thrive in Boston, focused on the lowest income in our communities and opening up access and opportunity through a host of services.
Absolutely, and you listed so many different things, all age ranges. I know that right now in the winter months, a lot of people are worried about heating bills and staying warm. Can you tell us about this initiative that ABC does called HEAP? What is it and how is it helping people stay warm?
Yeah, so for several decades, ABCD has been running what's called the Home Energy Assistance Program. It's also known as the LIHEAP program from the federal government. And we are one of many organizations that supports people statewide. But in Boston, we offer assistance in paying heating bills, and that could be any form of heat. So if they're oil or gas or electric or even propane, we provide support in these winter months. The applications open November 1st and they go through April 30th, and we can provide up to this year up to $1,000, $1,050 for assistance in the winter season. So folks can apply at ABCD in person, online, by phone, to see what they're eligible for. Many people think, oh, it's a program that I'm not eligible for, and that's why we try to get the word out, because the income eligibility guidelines are pretty flexible. A family of 4 making almost $95,000 can get assistance, can get about $630. An elder a single elder who's at home up to $49,000 can get around that amount of assistance. So we're really trying to get the word out during these winter months so that people don't have to make choices, tough choices, about paying rent or paying their utility bill, putting food on the table, or having the oil delivered so that they can heat their homes, or even some health and safety issues, which we've seen in the past, space heaters, using ovens. So we really want to encourage everyone to call us to find out if they're eligible for some assistance.
It's really important to know all of that when you're living in a city like Boston.
Yes.
It's very cold. It's been very cold this year.
Yes.
In that same vein, I know there's another services you guys are providing called the Test and Go kiosks that help with reproductive health services. Could you tell us about this new exciting program and how it will benefit those who are in need?
Yes, the Test and Go kiosks, it came to us when we were looking at the STI rates throughout the country and especially throughout Massachusetts. They are vending machines that dispense sexual health products, reproductive health products, such as early pregnancy testing, STI testing, the urine kit for gonorrhea, chlamydia, and trichomoniasis. They also have the female internal and external male condoms, both sizes. And we have menstrual products as well, sanitary napkins and tampons, and also the menstrual cup. We also, the machine also has safer sex kits, which include lube and the female condom. Most importantly, the emergency contraceptive pill, which otherwise known as Plan B. We provide the generic form, levonorgestrel, 1.5 milligrams. So all of the products are free, And all of these products, of course, you can get at your local Walgreens or CVS, but they have to pay for them. So by providing these things free, we're providing access, taking away the stigma of, going to get STI testing and answering the questions. There's a lot of people that don't even go for wellness checks. We're hoping by doing this testing that we can not only decrease the STI rates, but provide early treatment. By the early pregnancy test, we'd like to encourage early prenatal care, which can decrease the terrible maternal health outcomes that we all know about in our community and across the country. One of the things that drove this idea of the kiosk was the congenital syphilis rate, which has been increasing since 2014. It's enormous. And 279, in 2023, 279 stillbirth deaths as related to congenital syphilis, which wasn't much different from 2022 of 282 deaths. And there's like over 3,882 congenital syphilis results on maternal health. So we're hoping that by having these kiosks that we can kind of, make a real dent in this disparity, because the highest disparities are, of course, in Black women, Black people in general, Hispanic. And the most important thing about congenital syphilis is across the board. We're seeing not only Black and Hispanic, but also white women. And they're all within about 100 of each other for the congenital syphilis. So it's very important. We're really excited about it. There's been about over 300 products dispensed since October.
Awesome.
And we're hoping to add HIV syphilis testing and the HPV swab, human papillomavirus swab.
Wow. And, there's a lot to expand. You can add them all over the city. You can keep adding resources. That's incredible.
Well, we have 3.
Yeah.
And they're Roxbury, North Dorchester, which is 565 Warren Street. And Dorchester, which is 110 Claiborne Street in Dorchester, and in Roxbury, 714 Parker Street, the Parker Hill Fenway service. They're all ABCD service centers.
Fantastic, fantastic. And, how does this initiative address these health disparities at the root?
Well, in order to decrease the disparities, we have to provide access and free access. So by them getting these tests, there's also referral resources in there for them to go to their local health center. We're hoping that it'll bring them not only in there to get treated or do the early pregnancy options in prenatal health, but also get them to get on health insurance and also for wellness checks.
Wow.
Immunizations, it does a lot. Just bringing you to the health center is what our intention is to do.
People don't know that this is available to them,
it's a little sneaky intent.
Totally, totally. And if you walk by that on the street, you're like, whoa, this is so cool.
And it's big and pretty, and
awesome.
people, even if you don't know what's in it, curiosity.
Yeah, totally.
You're going to go over there and look at it and see what it has to offer.
Absolutely. And Sharon, why is it important to have these free services for Boston residents readily available?
Well, we think that not only is the holistic approach that poverty and being challenged and living in a high-cost city like Boston, you really need to try and offer lots of services that people don't have access to. So free means you don't have to worry about trading off for rent or food. There are other services that you can get for free. And so this is just one of the latest, more creative initiatives that we've had, but we've run the family planning program since
over 50 years.
Over 50 years.
Yeah. Wow.
And really as part of that comprehensive family planning, preventative services are really important to that work and to keeping people healthy. So physically healthy, mentally healthy, just holistically healthy.
Absolutely. And could you tell our viewers where they could learn more about all the amazing programs that you guys have?
So the best place to learn about ABCD is our website, bostonabcd.org, because not only can you find out about the range of programs, but you might be able to walk in one of our neighborhood service centers or early childhood programs right in your neighborhood, because we are all across the city.
Awesome. Thank you both for joining me today.
Well, thank you for having us.